What's up, everybody? It is the best bot, Kid Smooth, and I am back with another video. And today, man, I want to talk about X018 and what Xbox has in store for us this November. Let's get started. Now, an Xbox event, an Xbox show has been long rumored this year, something to take place other than our annual E3, other than our so-so Gamescom, and something beyond the traditional lukewarm, laughable, cringeworthy Inside Xbox shows. There's an event rumored, and look no further, Phil Spencer took to Inside Xbox last month to announce that XO will be returning, and this time it will be returning this year for November. Now, if you guys don't remember the XO series, I remember reading about them years past. We're talking about 2005, 2006, I think 2007. I don't know which one was the last year they did, because they were gone for about almost 10 years or so. But there were announcements, reveals. They announced their requirement of Rare at one one XO event. They had a big Perfect Dark Zero reveal at an XO event. They've done a lot. It wasn't no so show. It was a fan affair, but it was a lot of newsworthy stuff. And the thing that has me curious about the XO event, yeah, it's a major event, but by the time this thing takes place, which is November 10th, November 11th timeframe, all the major hits, all the mega hits, with the exception of probably Battlefield and Fallout 76, those are the two other games that Microsoft has a partnership or marketing with. All the other mega hits are already released. They are out in the streets. You know, Forza Horizon's already out. Shadow of the Tomb Raider's already out. Call of Duty would already be out. PUBG 1.0 is already out. All the games are pretty much out. Red Dead Redemption 2 would be out at that time. So Assassin's Creed is already out at that time. So there's really nothing to just like, here's another trailer for this game. No, because the games are already on sale. The only games that will be, I think this takes place the same week of Fallout 76. So sure, they might get the demo of that there. We'll be a week away from Battlefield 5. So sure, that may appear there. But as far as Xbox, there's nothing exclusive wise. I mean, they're done for the year. So you have to ask yourself, what could they potentially be doing this for? What big where they would want to stream it and have everybody see? Sure, it's another way to introduce Inside Xbox. Yeah, it's another Inside Xbox show that will be hosting it. But why should we tune in to this event? Now, just to keep to the core, XOs weren't like shit shows. These were great. So I got about 7-8 things I expect to see at this year's XO. And these could be expectations or they could be predictions. So here we are. First thing, what I expect to see is Crackdown 3 to make a smash debut. And when I say a smash debut, I'm talking about a big blowout debut of some core campaign aside, maybe a campaign mission demo that's fully detailed, a glimpse of its upcoming well hidden multiplayer. What are they doing about that? And of course, a final confirmation of its February release date. Is it early February? Are they going to go against the Juggernauts February 22nd, or do they push it back to March? That's what we're going to get. Crackdown, mark my words, will be at XO. It will have its final release date. It will be available to pre-order this November, and we will see some final build gameplay of it, and we're either going to love it, we're going to hate it, or we're not going to give a shit. But Crackdown 3 will finally get its due, and it will finally seem like it's fairly close. At E3, we got a glimpse of Gears 5, and man, it looked promising. I guess we're going to see some more Kate. Like I said, Microsoft has nothing else to deliver in 2018. X018. So everything that we should see should be stuff to support the first half of 2019, or at least something of the mega hits for 2019. So Gears 5 is going to be the headliner. Sure, we're going to get an updated gameplay demo, maybe a multiplayer beta announcement, and probably a launch window that's surprisingly earlier than expected. But that's what I'm expecting for Gears 5. And of course, I expect Moon Studios to return with an extended demo of Ori and the Will-O-Wisp. This game is due out in 2019, sometime in 2019. Rod Ferguson, was it Rod? No, I'm sorry, Aaron, Greenberg said that this game will be available after Crackdown. It will be the next game that they focus on after Crackdown. We all know Crackdown's due in February, and that would make Ori probably an April, May game, the second biggest game to, launch in the Game Pass for the 2019 year. And there was another game announced at E3 that we haven't heard smack from since the little JPEG appeared on the screen at E3 behind Phil Spencer. And that is the Battletoads HD remake that's supposed to be coming. This was touted as an early 2019 game. So how early can it be? If Crackdown is taking away February, Ori's supposed to be shortly after that, when is this game coming out? I expect to see progress on this game, who's doing it, what it's going to look like, and what we can expect. So Battletoads should be at X018. I expect it to be there. Now, Phil Spencer, when talking about X018 and why he's bringing it back and how he brought up on Inside Xbox, they announced that he talked about how they announced they acquired Rare at an X018 event. And we know Microsoft has been on the hunt. They're hiring 600 more people. I mean, I don't think that's just for one studio. That might be 2 to 3 new studios. 600 people, that's easily 2 to 4 new in-house studios that you can make from in-house. But I expect some more acquisitions. Now, you guys seen my tweet. I said by 2020, I expect Microsoft to potentially have more studios, first-party studios, than Sony. And how they're going to do that, they're going to make them and they're going to buy them. Now, this year, they may announce another in-house studio, but I expect them to announce a couple new acquisitions. And those acquisitions could be Moon Studios, Obsidian, and Playful. I know there's a lot of rumors about Play Dead, but reason why Moon Studios has been working closely with Microsoft, especially with the Ori series, they're very talented, and I'm sure Microsoft wants to, secure them before they can go multi-plat and with another new IP. It's a talented indie AA studio there that they can take. They've only worked with, from what I know, with Xbox, the Xbox platform so far. And if you notice about a lot of these acquisitions, with the exception of Ninja Theory, all the other studios have only primarily dealt with Xbox. And that's why I also talk about Playful, not the studio I would be super happy about. Playful, they're the makers of Super Lucky's Tales, but they lack in the platforming genre. This is no secret, the kids genre, and that could be the studio that headlines those games that they can pop out maybe annually, biannually, different titles, different games that fulfill that genre and Game Pass. And of course, Obsidian. Now, this is the only one that really kind of made headlines because it was a rumor. Sure, a letter of intent had leaked online some months back, and this purchase was supposed to take place back with the other acquisitions. And word is that Obsidian was in the midst of a development with another publisher, not to be acquired, but as far as working on a game, and they wanted to let that go through before deciding to go with Microsoft. So let's see what happens, and maybe Obsidian is the next big studio that Microsoft could get under their wing, and we find out at X018. And another little hint Phil Spencer dropped at E3 is when he talked about Playground Games.
It's my distinct pleasure to announce that we have acquired Playground Games. This is one of the highest rated studios of this generation, celebrated for their incredible craftsmanship. Not only will Playground Games continue to work on Forza Horizon, They're bringing their open world expertise to an entirely new project. We can't wait to share more about that later.
Can't wait to show you what the other game they're working on that we'll get to later. Well, how later are we going to get to? 2019 E3 or later as in November? Are we going to see Playground's next game? I believe so. Playground will show off their next game. Some believe it to be Fable. I believe it to be something else, but we shall see at X018, and if we don't, I will be disappointed and look like a fraud. Now, with this event, you don't want to waste anybody's time. How big can they go? I mean, this is not necessarily E3, but it's a big event. A lot of people think next generation is right around the corner, between the next 12 to 24 months out. You know, between the next 1 to 2 years out, 2019, 2020. We know Project Scarlet is a family of devices. Microsoft is said to be in the works with a very cheap console that primarily does streaming. And we know Google just announced Project Steam or something like that, where you can literally stream 1080p 60 frames per second games straight from the Google Chrome browser. I mean, that's pretty insane. And this technology, the way that this technology works, or the way I feel Microsoft is talking about it, it seems like it's not a year or two away. This is probably right around the corner. So I expect one of the Project Scarlet announcements to be made at X018, and I think it's going to be the cloud console, because I am expecting that console to launch in 2019, right around when Google's new stream product launches fully sometime in 2019. So that's what I'm really expecting to appear at X018. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you expect? Am I overselling this thing? Am I underselling it? Do you expect more? Do you expect less? Let me know in the comment section below. It's Kid Smooth. As always, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best spot. Peace.